Hi, it's Olivia, and I'm so excited to be making this video. The event Booktubeathon is one of my favorite things. I look forward to it every summer, and I've been participating since the first one. Now for the first 4 years, up until last year, I had just been a lurker. Like, I didn't participate, I was just watching everything. I didn't have any social media, but you know, you can still look at like Twitter and stuff without having an account. I would just look at it, and I was, you know, just watching all the videos, but I never participated until last year, and my first video on this channel was a Booktubeathon TBR, which means that it must be around 1 year then. Wow. I don't really think it'd be a Booktubeathon TBR if it wasn't insanely ambitious. I might have even said that in my very first video, that it was an ambitious TBR, but I doubt that I'll be able to get to all of them, but I do want to try to get to these, so let's get on with the video. The first challenge is to pick a book with a person on the cover, and for that I went with Whitehot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Isn't this cover hideous? Oh my goodness. Like, wow. I do not like this cover. This author gets very unlucky with her covers. But speaking of the author, her other series, the Luck series, that was a total guilty pleasure read for me. I didn't find it well written, and it was filled with cliches, but I could not stop reading it, and I finished it in like 4 days. All 5 books, maybe there's more. I finished them so quickly, and that's kind of what I want to do during Booktubeathon, so I'm hoping I'll get the same thing with this, but yeah, this cover, the Luck series covers are also bad, so this poor author. The second challenge is to read a hyped up book, and for that I have Strange to Dreamer by Laini Taylor. In general, I feel like Laini Taylor's books I hear a lot about on Booktube, but yeah, when this came out I saw it everywhere, and I've heard just great things about it. I have no clue what it is about. I just know it has a very beautiful cover, and I look forward to reading it. The third challenge is to finish a book in 1 day, and so obviously I'm going to go for something a little smaller, and for that I have A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. In, I want to say 10th grade, I was reading Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare, and I was really loving it, and I was I was carrying it with me everywhere at school, and I told my English teacher, I was like, look at this book I have, you have to read it, have you heard of it, anything. I was telling her about it, and when she heard the title she said, oh, are you talking about Clockwork Orange? And I go, no, not that one. But she said, oh, well, that's also a really good book, you should check that out. So since then, I've wanted to pick it up just based off of her recommendation, but yeah, so I'm hoping to finish it in 1 day. I'm thinking maybe even just like driving to the beach and having a nice beach day reading beside the ocean. I'm so excited for this event. The fourth challenge is to read a book with a main character who's different than you, and honestly, like, the past books I just mentioned fulfill that. I think Clockwork Orange, the lead is a boy. I'm not a boy. I think in Whitehot Kiss it's about gargoyles. I'm not a gargoyle. The fifth challenge, I actually already kind of said it, is to read a book entirely outdoors. So like I said with The Clockwork Orange, I kind of want to just go to the beach and read it there in one sitting. For number 6, a book that I got just for the cover, I'm going to go back to Strange to Dreamer. Just really such a beautiful cover, and I've also seen the UK edition, and it's also beautiful. I struggle to pick which one is prettier. It's kind of funny talking about this book and then also bashing on this one earlier for its cover, because this author got lucky with 2 different editions that are both stunning, and then this author just can't get a break. And the 7th challenge is to read 7 books. Obviously I only showed you 3, so here are some other books that I'm considering. Next book I've heard good things about, specifically Megan from Roger Reads. I know she really enjoyed the book, and she also thankfully reminded me about this book in a video a little while ago. I forgot what video. But anyway, Allegedly by Tiffany Jackson. Finally found it at my library, and the thing about this book is I remember being super interested in it, but it came out around, or at least it was advertised around the same time as The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. And we know that Thug is super popular. It's doing really well on the bestsellers list, so it kind of overshadowed, I think, this release. But I'm just really, I would love to be able to get to this. And the last thing that I'm going to show you, which also fulfills like the 8th personal Olivia challenge, is a book that has been on my Booktubeathon TBR specifically since the very first year. I just never get to it, and that is the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis, all 7 of them. Okay, actual question, if anyone has this edition, Do you know if it is an actual, is it just simply a bind up of the 7 books? Because honestly I'm confused. It doesn't feel, I know it's bigger and has smaller print, but it doesn't feel like all 7 to me. It even it shows where each of the 7 starts. It just doesn't feel like 7 books. Is it the same exact thing? I want to make sure, like, if I read this, I can say I read the Chronicles of Narnia. Anyway, if I managed to only read this during Booktubeathon, I would satisfy the challenge because I am counting this as 7 books since it is 7 books just in one bind up. But it is so chunky. I doubt that I'll get it, but if I can get through even just 1 book in here, I will feel accomplished. So yeah, those are the books that I'm gonna plan to read in that crazy week where I probably won't sleep at all, but I'll be participating in everything. The video challenges, Twitter, Instagram. If you are, let me know in the comments. I'm also gonna try to attempt some of the biannual Bibliothon. It's the same week, so why not? And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this video, and thank you for watching.